YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel in the web for all things geeky and cool. And this video, guys, is another Funko review. A Funko review I'm really stoked to do for you guys right now because I'm a massive Green Lantern fan, and getting this guy into my collection, I've been waiting to get my hands on it and waiting to do this review. So we're looking at the Pop Heroes Fugitive Toys number 237 White Lantern Kyle Rayner figure. Now, these came out because of San Diego Comic-Con 2018, which is this year as far as recording of this video. Anytime you see a White Lantern based Funko Pop, usually it would have come from Fugitive Toys. They basically have first dibs on the White Lantern line. Anything that's White Lantern would most of the time have that Fugitive Toy sticker you see right here. So you could have gotten this on their website, or you could have actually got it at the actual show if you went to San Diego Comic-Con. And I want to thank one of the YouTubers, which was Seth from What's Poppin'. He got this one for me here, the non-glow-in-the-dark version. Big shout out to Seth for getting that for me. Unfortunately, the glow-in-the-dark version, when I went to buy them, they were sold as a 2-pack. You could buy them only at like this, as you currently see. After this convention, they were starting to go back up for pre-orders again as single individual items. You had to buy them both in one clip. Basically, one purchase got you both guys. They didn't break the items apart. You had to get both of them per purchase. So I actually went out and bought this one for myself, which is the glow-in-the-dark version. I want to talk about both these for you guys at this time. This video will be very similar to my New York Comic-Con 2017 review, which was the Yellow Lantern Batman Pops, when it did both at the same time as well. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the White Lantern Corps, basically there was only really one White Lantern. They had a big line of comics that came out called Brightest Day, when a lot of heroes came back from the dead at the end of the Blackest Night storyline. There was a lot of people who brought back, Batman was brought back, Superman got a White Lantern ring, Wonder Woman. That's why you see a lot of these White Lantern Pops are coming out, because of that Blackest Night storyline that came out. Everyone that had like 10, 12 guys that came back as White Lanterns. Kyle Rayner is the one true White Lantern. He basically had a story arc that took place back in what was called the New 52. The story ran for 40 issues, his entire book called The New Guardians. It ran from September 2011 to March 2015. It was 40 issues, and the real idea was basically a soul-searching mission for Kyle Rayner to eventually get individual power rings from individual Corps members. The rings sort of found him. They all attached, like a magnet, they were drawn to him. All the main Corps colors, red, Avarice, you had the Blue Lantern Corps, Star Sapphires, Indigo Tribe, and of course Green Lantern and the Sinestro Corps were all attaching to Kyle Rayner. He actually got the power to wield all the rings at one time, but he didn't know how to do it, and he kind of burned himself out. I'll put a picture up over here so you can see how he looked when the rings really attached to him for the very first time. He looks really, really cool. The artwork's done by Tyler Cunningham, I believe his name is. Really, really cool artwork. Definitely recommend his artwork. Really cool guy. Very young artist as well. But these guys I've been waiting to get my hands on. This is the very first mold for Kyle Rayner in the Funko sort of wave. I could definitely see a variant coming out for the Green Lantern outfit. This is how he was portrayed in the New 52 in the New Guardian series. Unfortunately, the White Lantern power was removed from him in the newer books of the Rebirth storyline for DC Comics. So what we're going to do now is go into a full breakdown segment. We'll look at the packaging as a whole. We'll look at the paint, presentation, articulation, and conclude the video with final thoughts for you, the viewers. Should you actually spend the money and purchase the Fugitive Toys Pop number 237 Kyle Rayner White Lantern figure? Stay tuned, guys. We'll go to a breakdown. Alright, guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at Fugitive Toys Pop Hero number 237 Kyle Rayner White Lantern. As I said before at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be very, very biased towards this figure, only because I'm a big Green Lantern fan, and finally to have Kyle Rayner, the Green Lantern I grew up with in the 90s, in final figure form, in this case for Funko, I'm super stoked and super excited. So this video is going to be very, very similar as far as the breakdown to what I did for the Yellow Lantern New York Comic-Con 2017 Batman review. The packaging is identical, very similar to the Batman packaging that we saw for both Pops. The only difference between these two items that you currently see here is right here. The glow-in-the-dark sticker on this version of Kyle Rayner, which is the glow-in-the-dark version that you see here. Both of them are showcasing the Fugitive Toys stickers. You can see on both packaging right here. At the top, it does say Pop Heroes for both of them. It does say DC Superheroes at the very, very top on both Pops across the top. And it says Pop number 237. Going down the sides here, both Pops have a shot of Kyle Rayner on both Pops. And at the bottom, it does say Kyle Rayner White Lantern. If we go to the side of the actual packaging, which is right here, Again, identical. No difference in design for both pops. They both look very much the same. Same thing goes for the side shot right here. Both say Kyle Rayner, White Lantern, pop number 237. Again, you have shots of their heads at the bottom. We have shots of their heads on the top as well. The back packaging is identical to what we just saw. We have showcasing all the pops that were available, sort of in that wave, just showcasing other White Lantern pops. Of course, we have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. Again, these were all Fugitive Toy designs that came out originally years ago. And of course, we have shots of Kyle Rayner on the side shot as well. But I think both these pops are excellent pops. Let's get them both out of the packaging and continue with the breakdown. Alright guys, we have the pop number 237 Kyle Rayner White Lantern out of packaging. But before I do anything, I want you guys to see them side by side, kind of what they look like comparatively between the two pops here. Of course, this one right here is the glow-in-the-dark version. This is the normal version. So actually take a look at them one by one. We'll put the glow-in-the-dark version to the side for right now. The normal version of the Kyle Rayner pop looks really, really good. Of course, he's showcasing the White Lantern outfit. This is how he basically looked in the new Guardians comic book that came out part of the New 52. Again, back in the September 2011 to March 2015. Again, it was 40 issues. And this is my character that I grew up with, the Kyle Rayner character of Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is a predominant Green Lantern character in Green Lantern mythos, but this guy here, Kyle Rayner, was my Green Lantern. This is the guy I sort of attach myself to. When you say Green Lantern to me, this is my Green Lantern. People like Hal Jordan, people like John Stewart, people like Guy Gardner, people like Kyle Rayner. And this is my Green Lantern. In this case, White Lantern Kyle Rayner. As I mentioned, he actually got all the power rings in the actual issues of the new Guardians comic that were leading up to, I think, the first 10 issues, which is that soul-searching storyline, which I talked about at the beginning of the video. Looks really, really good. Paint is very, very clean throughout the entire outfit. Very silver deco with the white trim throughout the entire figure. Very standard buck that you normally would see for a Funko Pop. Standard male body, I would say. Articulation head does spin 360 with no hindrance. No real issues with the paint. Very, very clean throughout the actual pop itself. He does have the White Lantern logo, which is right here. This is how he normally would be displayed. When he had his Green Lantern outfit, his Green Lantern icon, his symbol, was usually on the left breast, which is what it is right here. Normal Green Lanterns usually have it in the center. His was always on sort of this left over his heart area, which is right here. So I do like how Funko paid attention to the design and the detail of the Green Lantern symbol. In this case, the White Lantern Corps symbol that you see right here, but it looks really, really good. Now let's bring in the glow-in-the-dark version. Very similar design and deco. The only real difference, again, is the paint for this guy because he glows in the dark. The white here is a bit more smoky colored than the standard color, which I'll get an up-close shot for you guys in a second, but I want you to see the glow-in-the-dark version first. It's more, like I said, more smoky colored because that's what gives the glow-in-the-dark feature or functionality, is the type of paint or material they use to give the translucent effect. It looks really, really cool. I really like how they did it. It's on the mask. It's on his tights here, the actual chest piece. His feet have the material, his hands have the material. So this pop, when you do glow in the dark for it, really lights up, as you can see right now. I'll put some examples of the glow in the dark features so you can see it looks really, really cool. I think it looks awesome. Head articulation, again, spins with no issue 360. Now let's get them both in the shot here. So we have the glow in the dark version over here and the standard version here. If we spin them both around, they're pretty much identical in design. No real difference, as I mentioned before, except for really the paint sculpt itself. The paint design is a bit different. That's the only real difference. As far as the features of the pop itself, same articulation, same design, same packaging as we saw before. But I think he looks really, really good. I highly recommend both these pops. Again, I have some smudge right here on mine. There's some markings on the chest I didn't talk about a second ago. That's just bad quality control. Definitely, if you can get multiple versions of them, definitely pick it. If you go to, let's say, their store, or if you get a chance to buy them in hand, definitely look for the quality, because I ordered mine online. I didn't know what I was going to get, so definitely buyer, definitely beware. You might have some bad QA issues or QC issues. Definitely have some smudge here. I might be able to get that material off. It just looks like it's some dirt, so maybe just with some warm paper towel, might be able to get some warm water to get that material off. So, but definitely, I really like both these pops. If you had to pick one, in my honest opinion, go with the glow-in-the-dark version. I think that one's much better than the standard version. So that being said, let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Alright guys, final thoughts on the Fugitive Toys Kyle Rayner White Lantern Pop Heroes number 237. You got got to get this pop. It's not super expensive right now, which I'm really, really happy about. The Yellow Lantern Batmans, which was part of the New York Comic Con 2017, which I talked about at the beginning of the video, were really expensive out the gate on the secondary market. These guys aren't going for that much money, at least in my honest opinion. They go for between $25 and $35 right now in Stashpedia. At the last check, I'll be checking the prices for these two items. Not too bad in my honest opinion. A little lower than the actual Yellow Lantern Batman pops. Should you actually buy these guys? Absolutely. Also, it depends. Are you a Green Lantern fan? Do you like the Kyle Rayner character? Again, he's my Green Lantern, as I mentioned in the breakdown segment. This is the character I grew up with in the 90s that had a Green Lantern power ring. And this time, in this iteration, he's in the White Lantern costume, but I could definitely see this be done as a variant and a paint swap as a Green Lantern suit. Absolutely. Unfortunately, as I mentioned in the breakdown, also my glow-in-the-dark version has a little bit of schmutz on his outfit. There is a little bit of paint difference to make the glow-in-the-dark effect happen on this one here, which I really, really like. I definitely think the glow-in-the-dark is done super well with this pop. It lasts for a decent amount of time. It really shines. It really stands out. When you cut that light off, you see it really light up. Absolutely buy this guy if you had to pick one of these two. Definitely go with the glow-in-the-dark one, in my honest opinion, as opposed to the normal version. I say buy both, but if you had to pick one or the other, go with the glow-in-the-dark one. It's super, super cool, in my honest opinion. But I definitely hope you like this video review, again, of the Fugitive Toys pop number 237, Kyle Rayner White Lantern pop. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe to the picture of my face. I haven't talked about it a whole lot in the recent videos, but here's my P.O. Box. If you want to send anything for me to do reviews, Q&A, definitely send it my way. I definitely love getting some fan mail, artwork. I love talking about it. I gush when you guys send me really cool stuff. And last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my videos. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.